OKFM 101.7.
Ora Mensa Thompson, ASEPA penny. Menene drink more. Mensa Thompson, me watching.
You come in again.
Say, I'm a patch. Nabacordia.
I'm in Yadom. Now I go for Asha here. Just the more trade. So get your tea for yourself and not pay.
I tell for you now, Joso. Now, I don't know any former DC for such a from planes. Sorry. Now, no, sorry. And yet, that's a topic of kind of new dinko. Now, no, any Alhaji Inusah Fuseini. Train Como. And I walk and say, actually, the position of a special prosecutor. That office is for the revered, will be awarded that pedigree. It's so compare will be said the likes of Ura Martinamidua. Now what do you need to do like Kissi Adjebeng? Kissi Adjebeng is some just one bakura baby. And I feel why a young boy, no near the idea, and once a crown was see temptations were. And only idea. It when you will be about going through the mail. No crown will bet me. I feel even the president is old enough for Kissi Adjebeng to be his third son. And only idea until baby no, he'll be tied to the aprons of the executive. And only idea until was say, one day no, he's a fine lawyer, but no. And come by, what's the one pacho?
Okay.
I Kwame, Mr. Sibiu. Kwame, you see, you're right. Inusah Fuseini, a comment to make here, Brofumu, you can't say they are discriminatory. The discriminatory comment. You're raising a number of concerns about the nomination of Kissi Adjebeng. Primary of those concerns. I had the fact to say you're ready. One, our relationship with some people who are close to the core of government or the core of the executive. Be to say the relationship with Gabriel Sarotridako, the relationship with even the Attorney General, or my law school classmates and all that. And you did this as no money in a year. It put in a potential conflict of interest situation, especially people who were directly involved in the Japa transaction. You know, seeing them say Japa transaction, you know, you're a Martinami doing the Juma Toho. It is a new special prosecutor now, Bano, and so I will be said in a whole boom transaction anymore. Not a problem, and we have said that. Kwame, what we disagree, and it's for Inusah Fuseini. A member of parliament of the NDC. NDC is a political party that belongs to the ideological left. You can't the left as well. The core principle of the left, equality, accountability, and also the protection and enforcement of fundamental human rights, unlike the conservatives. In the Osha NPP for NPP are conservatives. They are the conservatives. They are right in the Ghanaian political ideological dispensation. The NDC belongs to the left. For somebody belonging to a political party and also a former member of parliament who belongs to the left to come out and use someone's age as a basis to assess his or her intellectual capacity and his ability to do a job is extremely discriminatory and unacceptable. It goes against the core principle of the ideological left. Meaning that they cannot say. Enti Ushe Ghana bako semua party a wama emabunu kwan ama omu asevo aban mu kese pa NDC4 meboa ka kire meboa.
But Obisbeka say in contemporary politics, can't we, have a fusion of ideological right and the left? They do be a idea way the exigencies of the time.
Kwame, you see, a lot of the political parties can be free from their core ideology. They say, Osha NDC say they are not core left, they are center left. Osha NPP so say sure. They are not core right, they are center right. They do the idea, they lean towards the center a bit. They go for some policies, social policies that ordinarily it will be an ideological left party that will be implemented, but they will be doing it. And they say across the world, you cannot be a stagnant ideological party. You have to have a blend and know how to strike the balance when needed. And that is agreeable. But I'm saying that if you belong to the left, your core principles such as equality, fighting for equality, fighting for social justice, those things do not change. And see, how do you argue, say, for example, look at people like your friend saying, Okujeto Ablakwa, Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa, Honorable Fissi Krete, and Honorable Asu Forcing. These were people very young people who have more opportunity to serve. Okay? Look, I think the Ghana focus.
But equality before this and that. Your opposition be what be what Udi Manua. Wouldn't just when ye Anna.
Kwame, me say the office of the special prosecutor, age do not come in.
Okay.
Kwame, President declare what is the constitutional age for? For you to qualify to be president?
40, yeah.
Kissi Adjebeng is more than 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
And to 40 years, if he can even run for president in this country, why can't he be special prosecutor? That is the point we are making. And the issues that civil society organizations, the concerns we have raised, they are very serious concerns. Especially his relationship with people like Gabi, with the Attorney General and co. And so we do not want anybody to dilute that conversation with discriminatory comments such as his age. The Constitution provides, a strong legal background on why people shouldn't be discriminated against on the basis of age and what have you.
Among other things, what I can say, how come say the Attorney General in a classmate? One, in a classmate, now a classmate, I said, okay, Attorney General. I failed it doesn't mean so we are do time, no so. Nomination, one from my public. Name what come president, na president, a year the nominations Attorney General, but where the an announcement. Next is you taking the wind out of the saff of the president.
Exactly. Exactly, Kwame. Those are legitimate issues, and we have raised that issue. In fact, the client go further to say that the president must reject this nomination and ask the Attorney General to go and start the process again, and this time follow through the processes as enshrined in the Special Prosecutor Act, and not try to usurp, the appointing authority of the president by making the nomination public. Those are
share the same view.
Yes, those are legitimate issues. Those things have nothing to do with his age. Kwame, young people continue to play a critical role in the democratic development of this country. Omanpenyin Jerry Rollins.
Okay.
Obedi Akunya no won. Even Dr. Kwame Obedi Akunya no won.
No, 47 years.
You see, and so young people have played critical role in this country. And what we should be advocating for is more opportunities for young people. Omanpenyin Kufuor, the deputy minister for our appointees. A number of them young people, giving them opportunities to serve and to develop themselves to take over the future of this country. Those are the things that must be encouraged, and not some of these things. You have to say, Jabin, from where we sit. as a civil society organization, you who say his age is rather a strength, his youthfulness is rather a strength, not a liability. Because you need somebody who is quite energetic and strong, and somebody who can be there for quite a while and be able to, grow on the job and be able to take control of the job. And so we see that as a strength. We don't see that as a weakness. You see, and so we were quite disappointed to hear those comments from Sarah Honorable Fuseini. But Kwame, people are trying to use Sarah Martinamido as the benchmark for the office of the special prosecutor. Sarah Martinamido is not the benchmark for the office of the special prosecutor. He may be the first occupant of the office, but he is not the benchmark. And Kwame, age alone is not one of the bases where you can be manipulated. Kwame, you bet him will be 60 years, 70 years at the person can still be manipulated. People in state institutions I can say high-level state institutions are even being, and they are more than, they are 50, 60 years. They are even manipulated by people who are way younger than them. And so there are several examples of those things. Say the age in Kuan, you know, one of the requirements, the cardinal requirements, then we may be missing the point. Let's focus on the person's technical capabilities. Let's focus on the person's competencies. Whether the person can do the work as he is expected to do. Whether the person has the capacity to do the job. And I think that his age, his usefulness is a strength. If he qualifies, he qualifies. You see, if we have critical concerns about his relationships, his ability, his relationships that he holds with people and how that relationship can conflict him, let's raise that issue. If we have issue with how the nomination has been done by the Attorney General, okay, making the nomination public, even before the presidency can consent to it and refer the matter to Parliament, let's raise those issues. But let's not dilute the conversation with discriminatory comments such as his age.
OKFM 101.7.